He was aware that he actually convinced the Spanish king, came back from jail, acquired his wealth back, and actually had a fourth voyage.
And that there was capitalism that was rising through such exchange, and there were a lot of accomplishments.
Norse explorer Leif Erikson reached North America perhaps 500 years before Columbus was born. So why should...
And he did human trafficking, which totally goes against human rights, even though it's a social norm, like these days that it's a wrong thing, but still that back then, human trafficking isn't a right thing to do.
Also, the reason why Columbus sailed was only for gold and his reputation. We can never celebrate a man who was manipulated by the greed to find the gold and an inhumane ambition that led to thousands of deaths.
Your parents might told you if you did something wrong, you should like get the lesson and not repeat. But that doesn't mean that only because you're not the only one who did that does not make you right.
Also, the second point is that there are also controversial holidays in the world. Why only Columbus Day is picked on? There are holidays like Robert E. Lee Day, which is celebrating...
Christopher Columbus didn't find America. What would happen then? Somebody else would do it, and that somebody would probably done the same thing as Columbus.
To memorize, to accommodate, to basically celebrate accomplishment Columbus made, not the deeds that he did.
Park Chung-hee contributed a lot of economy of Korea.
So not however, there's no other justification to celebrate and treat him as a hero when he did those inhumane and cruel actions.
For prosecution, how did his discovery affect the colonization in history?
Even though he is not the first, he is the one left an everlasting impact. Leif Erikson made a permanent settlement in America. The father of Vikings.
Columbus is one of the greatest explorers during explorers' time period. Some of people...
Christopher Columbus was one of the most incredible explorers that introduced people into the New World back then and opened the gate for the future interaction with the whole continent of America.
However, they mentioned that democratic values are important. Isn't it contradictory? Protecting the minority of the people is also the democratic
time period. Then we shouldn't be controversial of this topic because in that time it was acceptable, but
now bringing horses such as horses, cows, and pigs that stimulated the revolution in America, and that consequently brought and expanded the slavery. But then human by bringing animals was then a wrong choice.
He and his crew brought dirty awful diseases such as smallpox and measles, which the people had no defense to and took millions of lives. In Hispaniola, which was his first stop, the new infectious disease wiped out a staggering 236,000 indigenous people by 1517.
And there are breeding misconception of Columbus. First of all, slavery. Judging a man in 1400s with 21st century ideology is not only outlandish, it's straight out ludicrous. No.
Slavery had existed, yeah, but what do you think about it?
But however, the fact that Columbus had abused his power and he also called up his brothers to the
democracy is putting majorly forward in prior to the minority, and it doesn't mean that we just neglect and we don't count Native Americans as American citizens, but
he also brought positive effects in the land like livestock and their cultures that could make America great.
He didn't mention it, he didn't purpose anything, but the point is, if we should celebrate the Columbus Day right now or not.
We also recognize Christopher Columbus as a criminal after he started to abuse his power given by him and his brothers and send him to jail.
Native Americans, but then what you're mentioning is that Native Americans enslaving the Native Americans, which has nothing to do with the Columbus' negative influence towards Native Americans.
Columbus landed on various Caribbean islands that are now the Bahamas. So we can never say that Columbus reached North America.
As you said, it's an imaginary word. It can be scientific evolution can be as faster than what we are having right now, and GPS or those kind of satellites can be in 7 minutes. We don't know. It's totally the different world. It's a parallel world. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's that.
Columbus Day should be kept to commemorate not only his discovery but also the beginning of America. Thank you.